Welcome to another round of Sports Reviews. Tonight I'm reviewing the 2020 MLS Eastern Conference Final. Columbus Crew 1, New England Revolution 0. Columbus Crew moves on to the 2020 MLS Cup on December 12th, hosting it at MAPFRE Stadium versus the winner of Seattle Sounders versus Minnesota United. The goal was as follows. In the 59th minute, RSR2 scores. Jonathan Mensah cuts the ball back to him. He taps it in. Near post, not a great shot, by the way, but hey, if it counts, it counts. And Columbus wins 1-0. The stats were as follows: 16-10 on shots, 7-4 shots on target, 47% possession to 53% possession, 77% pass accuracy to 80% pass accuracy, 15 fouls to 7, 1 yellow card to 0. That 1 yellow card went to Pedro Santos late on. Nobody got sent off by Villarreal. 5 offside to 1 offside, and 9 corners to 4 corners. The numbers look close, but really, Columbus dominated this match. They dominated. They were lucky, but they dominated at the same time. Let me explain that. Now, how could you say somebody's lucky while they dominated? They weren't going to score besides that 1 goal. Matt Turner stood on his head. That 1 goal was the luckiest shot I've ever seen in my life. As I said, it was a bad shot. It wasn't a great shot. It just dribbled in. How does Matt Turner not save that? Kind of seems like Columbus was fated to win this match and host MLS Cup in MLS 25. And probably fated to win the thing, too. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, hey, at least they're Toronto Central with Tim Bez, which he's the only guy I'd be happy for. Well, okay, they have Jordan Hamilton too, but he's not going to play. He's not going to play, so yeah, great. Great, but whatever. It's going to end up being Columbus-Seattle, so I kind of have to root for Columbus anyway. Can't root for a Meteor. Hopefully it's a good match. Hopefully proves me wrong. Hopefully it proves me wrong. We're just going to go along with that. We'll see what happens tomorrow night. But, you know, hopefully it proves me wrong. But back to the point. Columbus dominated even though they were lucky. They had the possession most of the game besides that late spell where New England tried to do anything to win. They weren't. New England wasn't great. They came out flat. Even their stars. If everybody but their stars came out flat, they could have won this game. They all came out flat. Bo wasn't great. Didn't get the chances he needed. Buxa tried to do it himself. Tried to take a shot from a bad angle when Bo was in clean through. Could have headed it in. That's 1. So would have went to extra time at least. And then Buxa overcorrected. Tried to cross everything. He wasn't great. He kind of screwed it over. Buxa was a black hole of possession. Seriously. You could blame him if you're a New England fan. Seriously. Seriously, you could. Because he was dreadful tonight. The midfield was also dreadful too. Caldwell and Polster. Buchanan tried. I don't blame him. Heel, Bo, didn't really get the chances they needed. New England didn't play like they've been playing in this playoffs. And that's what made them lose. Bruce Arena moved away from what had them being successful. Yes, they contained the pressure for most attacks from Columbus, but Caleb Porter out-coached Bruce Arena. Simple as. Now, they were still lucky, Columbus, that 1 goal. If that didn't get scored, this was going the distance. And New England could have won on penalties, because I think they have more composure. But RSR2 made that not happen. RSR2 is the savior in a way. Now, question is, did Columbus deserve to win this game, or were they just dominant? And that 1 goal went their way. That's the question. Because to me, yes, they had a lot of pressure. They pushed the ball up. They found attacks. But guess what? Turner saved them. They found a way to make them not end up as goals, except that 1 bad shot by RSR2. And I think the defense was asleep on that one too. especially the cutback from Mensah. Now, question is, now that's the question. Does dominance get you so far? Yes, it does. You still have to score. And if you don't score, how dominant are you? That's the question. You could be dominant and lucky at the same time. You could be lucky and trash at the same time. You could be dominant and unlucky. You could be trash and unlucky. There's a lot of combinations here. It's called permutations. I'm not the math guy, though, so, even though I like advanced stats and I'd love to do a show like MLB Now for MLS. You know what I'm talking about if you know. If you know, you know. But, seriously, Columbus was dominant, but were they great? Or did they just hold possession? Did they find the right passes up until the last ball? New England wasn't great. It was obvious Columbus dominated. New England, nah. Not great. Not good enough tonight. That's for sure. Now, that's what is ironic about this match. Was it the hand of fate? Was it the hand of fate? Or was it just Columbus found a way? Seems like fate to me. Seems like destiny to me. With the way everything's went down, it seems like destiny to me. Just does. It just does. So, with that said, the if I were yous, because I ain't got much else to say about this match. Seriously. I said what I needed to say about this match. I think I covered it pretty well. Pretty well. In a 10-minute video, it's not like a complete, you know what I'm saying, like, I have to make these somewhat short. Now with if I were yous, we'll start with New England, the losers, the runners-up of the conference. New England. Are you really as good as you think you are? I don't know. I'd be worried. Because if Carles Gil is healthy, if Gustavo Bo is healthy, you win more games than you won't. You won't. You'll win more games than you won't. But are you really a top 3 seed with them? This game shows you were outclassed by Columbus, who was the 3rd seed this year. That's the question. Was this one bad game, or was this what things really are? I'm going to lean towards, this is what things probably really are. You won off a train wreck of Montreal, did beat Philly, but Philly came out limp, very limp. I'd make a joke, but honestly, I don't want to. And then beat a train wreck in Orlando. The first real team, real challenge you had, you crumbled. Which is par for the course, but it makes sense. This leaves you with more questions than answers. You have to answer those questions, and it's going to be tough. So that's how I feel if I were you. Columbus fans, if I were you, be happy. Be jubilant. Toronto, in their foundation year, didn't get this far. Y'all did. Y'all shouldn't be here, honestly. A low-rent Toronto Central, in their foundation year, y'all should have been slapped around by the Red Bulls. Or Toronto if they got that far. But no, you got Nashville and you got lucky. If Toronto got there, this wouldn't have happened. But, things happen for a reason. But if I were you, I'd be happy. I'd be proud. Whatever happens, happens. This is the foundation year. You shouldn't be here, honestly. I know from experience, all right? As a Toronto fan, with Tim Bez, him building up the team, 2015, we didn't get this far. Y'all did. Be happy. That's all I'm going to say. I know from experience. Take it from me how you should feel. If Toronto pulled this off in 2015, I'd be over the moon. Well, hell, I was over the moon with the playoff spot, and then the knockout game happened, and then, I was pissed. 2016, I was over the moon with the finals until the penalty shootout. Then, what happened, and now I only want trophies. How things change. I was proud at being that close to the playoffs in 2014, getting there in 2015, getting to the final in 16, then 17 changed everything. Man, I'm a spoiled brat now, ain't I? I mean, if a 20-year-old, almost 21-year-old could be a spoiled brat, but whatever. So with that said, that's how you should feel. Be happy. Take it from me. Actually, take it from me. Seriously, take it from me. This is special. Whatever happens, be happy. Even if you lose to Seattle 5-0, be happy. Or Minnesota, but Seattle. I want Minnesota to make it because they have a Mississippian on their team, but it's not going to happen. I'm not dumb enough to pick them because, sentimentality, but I picked Seattle. It's probably going to be them. With that said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Tomorrow, speaking of Seattle, Minnesota, I have a RSR for that game after it's over. Hopefully you watch that and enjoy that as well. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.